Welcome to Stayf Draws. I'm Stayf, an illustrator and animator, and in this video I'm going to do a review about two books about Mary Blair. First one is called The Art and Flair of Mary Blair, and it's written by John Canemaker. And the second book is also written by John Canemaker and shows a lot of other stuff that's not in the first book. So I'm first going to do a review about the art and flair of Mary Blair. So it starts out with a foreword by Roy E. Disney, and that was the nephew of Walt Disney. And Mary Blair was one of the greatest artists that worked at Disney, and she did a lot of visual development. And the work of Mary Blair you might know from It's a Small, Small World, because she designed the entire ride. She has a very colorful style, but she started out as a watercolorist. And here you can see her watercolor years, and she changed her style a little bit because in the beginning she was a renowned watercolorist together with her husband Lee Blair. Mary Blair joined the Walt Disney Company in 1940 and worked briefly on the art for Dumbo, an early version of Lady and the Tramp, and a second version of Fantasia titled Baby Ballet. But she changed her style dramatically when she went on a goodwill trip together with Walt Disney and also her husband. And then she started to draw in gouache, and her style became more graphical and was all about color. And here you see some preliminary sketches and color keys she made for different movies. And she did art for Alice in Wonderland and Cinderella and Peter Pan. All of the work she did never ended up on the screen. Here's some art for Cinderella. And these images were used to do the character design, and there were also some keys for the backgrounds. And here's the famous tea party in Alice in Wonderland. And she just used a very different color scheme than most artists did. And here are some scenes from Peter Pan. And the color keys she did were rather small. And that way, she could just concentrate on the colors and the design and not go too much into detail. So this book also shows her other work because she did some freelance stuff as well, and she did some golden books and some ads for companies. But the work you still can see is for A Small, Small World. And that was for the World Fair. And she did all the designs of the characters, and you can also see some murals in a Disney hotel in Disneyland, I think. What's nice about this book that it tells a lot of stuff about her own life, and that she left the studios for a while and then she came back to do It's a Small, Small World. So this is a great book if you want to know anything about Mary Blair. There's just a lot of images and also accompanied with great text. The next book I'm going to review is The Magic Color Flair, The World of Mary Blair. And it's also written by John Canemaker, and it's a little bit bigger than this book. And it shows a lot of different images that are not in the book of The Art and Flair of Mary Blair. And it has some great images in it as well, and it tells a little bit of the same story as in the first book. But you know, I like this book better than the other one because the images in this book are much better. This book is a catalog for an exhibition that took place in 2014 in the Walt Disney Family Museum in San Francisco. And it is accompanied by an essay by John Kaymaker. It also shows her watercolor style she did. And it's very interesting to see when she changed her style when she was working at the Disney Studios. They went on a goodwill trip to South America, and together with Walt Disney they traveled to South America to get some inspiration for movies. And out of these preliminary sketches they did, and they concocted up some small stories, and that was for the movies Three Caballeros and Saludos Amigos. And here you can see the change she has made, because in the beginning she did everything in watercolor, and then she changed to a lot more graphical style using gouache. And you can see a lot of concept art she did, because these images weren't used in the actual film, but they served as inspiration for the background artists and also the character designers. So she was very good at, you know, using different kind of colors. And the most memorable movie she did was Alice in Wonderland, because everything was twisted and they really used her style, and in some of the backgrounds you can still see her style. But she was very well known for the ride in Disney World and Disneyland, and that's a small world, and she did all the designs of all the characters. So this is a great and lovely book, and you know, it also explains how she changed her style and what she did to become a more graphical illustrator. So I'll leave links to these books in the description box down below. There are Amazon links, and one is to the US store and the other to UK store. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you want me to do more videos like this, please let me know in the comments down below. Drawing is fun, and practice makes perfect. See you next time. Doodles! The art and flair of Mary Blair is now updated. So this is the updated edition, and it has a few more pages. And it's called The Art and Flair of Mary Blair, an Appreciation.